Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I make my tofu broccoli stir fry. These are the ingredients I used for this recipe. Okay, so I start by turning on my stove to medium-high heat and putting on a pan. I wait for the pan to heat up a little bit before adding my coconut oil. Okay, so I add about a tablespoon of coconut oil to the pan and wait until it dissolves. I then just move the pan around to coat the bottom of it evenly. That way the tofu doesn't stick to the pan. Okay, so here I'm using 1 block of organic firm tofu. I got it out of the package, I rinsed it, then I pressed it on 2 napkins and I cut it into cubes. So I add that to the pan and kind of move it around to where they're all touching the pan so none of them are on top of each other so they can all brown evenly. So this takes up to about 2.5 minutes per side to brown the tofu. So you just kind of have to let it sit and do its own little thing. Okay, so it's sat for about 2.5 minutes and now I'm gonna flip them over. See how some bits are a little bit golden brown? That's what we want on all the tofu. Just like that one. So I'm just gonna flip the rest of them. Okay, so it's been sitting for a few more minutes, 2 or 3 maybe. So now I'm flipping them again. Okay, so once they look a little bit like this, all brown on all sides, I'm gonna remove them from the pan and put them into a bowl. I do this because I cook my broccoli in the same pan and I steam it with a little bit of water, so I don't want my broccoli to my tofu to absorb that water back into it. So I just remove the tofu. Okay, so in the same pan, I don't add any more coconut oil or any oil. I'm just gonna add about a head and a half of broccoli. I rinsed it, obviously, and I chopped it into florets. So you just add that into the pan. And I like to add a little bit of water so it softens it up and steams it. So I added here about a fourth of a cup of water, and I put a lid over it. Now while that's doing its thing, I'm going to teach you how to do the stir fry sauce that we're going to add to this dish. So to the stir fry sauce, we're going to need about a tablespoon of brown sugar. You can use any sugar, coconut sugar, any sugar. And I'm going to add about an inch of ginger and a garlic clove, kind of minced or chopped. Then I'm going to add some low sodium soy sauce. You can add coconut aminos, tamari. So I'm going to add about 5 of these little spoons. Next, I'm going to add some chili garlic sauce. This sauce is super good. I found it at my Asian market. It's so good. So I added about a tablespoon. And I mixed it around. And now I'm adding about a half a tablespoon maybe of cornstarch just to thicken the sauce up once it is heated. So make sure to combine that very well, that way there's no clumps. That's the way it should look, guys. So we go back to the broccoli. It should be pretty steamed by now, and I just remove the lid, that way the rest of the water can evaporate. Okay, so once the water evaporates, I add the tofu back in. Okay, so now I just combine the tofu and the broccoli together. Just kind of mix it. And I add the sauce. I make sure to stir before I add it because it's been sitting for like a minute or two, so I don't want the cornstarch to be clumpy or anything like that. So just give it one more stir and then just pour it on top. Now I'm going to stir the sauce and the tofu and broccoli together, making sure it coats every little thing in the pan. So after I add the sauce, I just let it cook for like a minute or two just so the garlic and the ginger cook. But you don't really need to let it cook that long, but I just like it. Okay, now one final stir. And now we're gonna get ready to plate it. I just poured it into a bowl. You can actually eat this with rice, but I'm having it on its own today. And I garnish it with green onions. And I top it off with sesame seeds. I love sesame seeds. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for more recipes, and I hope you try this recipe out and you love it. Bye-bye!